Hi everyone, in this video I'll show you how we can remove the replicated code into a method that we can call each time we need to do the same thing. So if you look at this code here, it's pretty much the same as the one down here, and the only difference is probably just giving a different message each time. So I'm going to create a method that will take the scanner reference and will also do the work that we want it to do, where it tries to pass the string into a double and then return a double back to us. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to copy this code, and then I'll go all the way down right before we create this method, and I'll create a new method called, and it's obviously public. It will be static. It will return a double. That's our final number. And my method name will be something that is related to what it should do, which is get a number. Then I'm going to be telling my method that it is expecting a scanner reference and also a message. And this message is basically what we want it to print to the user each time. So if you remember this code, the first time we said first number, the second time we might give it a different message. And whenever we need to validate our number, we could always pass it whatever message we want it to display to the user. So I'm going to declare my user entry here again. And what I want to do is, instead of print this message, I will print the message that was passed by the method. So I'll just call message here. And this pretty much remains the same, but you'll notice the message here, it needs to be different. But if I were to go all the way back to the beginning, you'll notice here the error message was enter first number with no letters, enter second number with no letters. And this, I believe, we used a third time in our menu. We said enter your choice, no letters. So you'll notice that the words no letters is in common. So I'm going to actually keep that message, and I'll just concatenate that with the message that was sent through the method. Okay. So then everything here remains pretty much the same. I'm going to declare another variable of type double, and I'm going to call this a number. Just because this could be any number. It doesn't have to be the first number. It doesn't have to be the second number. I'm just giving it a more generic name. And we need to do the very important thing that we told our method will do, which is to return a double. So I'm going to return that number. Okay, so this is pretty much it. I'm going to now be calling this method at the start of the program when we need to get our numbers. So I'll go all the way up. I won't be needing this variable anymore, so I'm going to delete it. And then here I'll say, okay, so first number is equal to, and I'll give the name of the method. And what I'll do is I'll also pass this message. But first I need to actually pass the scanner reference, so input. That's what we've called it here. So input, and then I'll pass it the message enter first number. And now I can delete all this code. And then I can do the same thing for the second number. The only thing is I'm passing it a different message. Okay, so let's give this a run and make sure this program works as expected. So enter first number, and you'll notice if I wrote the letter T, it gave me this message, enter first number and no letters. So if I do another letter T, and then I'll say, okay, it's 4. And my second number is also T, and then I'll say, okay, that's 4 as well. And now it's asking for a selection. So if I do 1, it gave me the value 8. But now what I can do is add a new option to my menu, is in case I wanted to keep my first two numbers the same, and then do all the operations. Maybe I don't want to keep on adding different numbers each time. So this way I could have another option somewhere here where I ask the user if they want to enter new numbers. Otherwise, it will still perform the operations on the numbers that were given at the start. So let's go ahead and do that just to make our program a little bit more flexible. So I'm going to be adding a number 6, and I'll make that 7, and I'll call this enter new numbers. Okay, and I might need to increase those, so I'll see what that looks like. I do need to add my case also. So initially let's just do 15. 15, I'll just add maybe random 10 and let's do 10. Okay, although this probably needs more than 10 because that one is a bit more. So let's do 12 approximately, or 13. Okay, so here I'm gonna add another case. So this would be number 7. Sorry, this would be 7, and that needs to change into 7, otherwise it won't work as we want it to. Now here I'll just repeat the process that we've done here, and this is the beauty of using a method. So I won't have to keep on writing the same code over and over. So I'm just going to paste it, and this will give the user the option to enter new numbers. Well, it should at least. Okay, so 3, enter second number 2, and so my menu still looks pretty bad, so I kind of need to fix it. But let's see if it works as it should. So I should be able to, okay, so it's still asking me to enter new numbers. Okay, so this is because I've still got these options here. So that's something that I could also fix up here. I don't need to, maybe I'll just put them here. Okay. We'll ask the user just once. Okay, might as well also fix our menu. So I noticed that this was, I need a bit more of them. I don't know if that's identical. And something was out of place, I can't remember, so let me run it. And 2 and 3, yep, oh, it looks pretty bad. So I want everything to align to this. So I need more spaces, and okay, so I need less of these, less of that, less of this. Let me do one less. Oh, here I need a bit more, maybe a bit more than this, but let's try it with this. I know this is not the main issue, but yeah, I'm okay with that. So now it says enter your selection. So 1, that's 2 plus 2, that's 4, and 2. So this is just gonna do it's gonna work with these values. So it's only gonna work with 2 plus 2. And now when I say 3, that's going to be 2 times 2, and then divide 2 divided by 2, and the power of would also be 4. And now I want to enter new values, so let's see how that works. So 5 and 4. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now I'll try to exit 7. Okay, excellent.